Cappadocia is without a doubt one of the most popular tourist destinations in the entire world, but can it actually hold to its reputation? Good morning. It is 4:51 a.m., a very early one, but this morning we are actually in Cappadocia, Turkey, and at this time it only means one thing, the most popular thing to do here. We just had to, and we're very excited.
Oh, we're staying in a cave, and we'll show you that later.
Every golden sunrise breaking through the leaves, songbirds in the morning, an ancient melody. These are the gifts we're given that make life worth living.
So fun to watch. There's so many people doing like photo shoot with cool dresses and cool cars, proposals down there. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, and I personally did not count them, but the captain of the balloon said that there's currently in the sky this morning 160 balloons. Like, props to our pilot. Like, it takes a lot of skills to do what he does right now. We're currently like in the valley. Like, both sides of the valley are higher than us, which is like quite impressive. It's beautiful. Our ground team is getting ready for us. Guys, he's gonna land on the trailer. This guy has skills. Wow.
Well done.
Well, that's a smooth landing.
This was the most important part of the flying, safety landing. We did very smooth landing.
Yes. And now the trailer is moving. We're literally in the basket, on the trailer, and then the truck is in the front. I guess we're going for breakfast. So there's a few places around Cappadocia where you can do these hot air balloon activities. Depending on where you go, you're going to pay different prices. The two most popular ones are Zelve Valley and Goreme. Goreme is the one that we did today. It is the most popular one, the place that you're going to see the more balloons, the more people. Now let's go for champagne.
Champagne shower! Happy and healthy days!
Tracy, how was the experience?
So it was really good, like the balloon up in the air, being able to see all the other balloons.
160 other balloons, like
Yeah,
that's
I
crazy.
know. And then kind of like the surprise to us is descending into the valley. Like we knew we'd see the valley, but we didn't know we'd actually like go down.
Yeah, let's just appreciate
into
the
it.
skills of the pilot. So overall,
Fantastic.
a great experience. If you want to book this experience or any other ones, because there's all kinds of different price points, we'll
Yeah.
put a link down below so you can check it out. But for us personally, this included basically a light breakfast at the beginning, which was just like a little packed cake with a box of juice, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
The flight is truly the real highlight of the experience. And then the champagne party at the end, it was just like bubbly juice. It was no champagne or anything like that. So if you can find a package without breakfast and without champagne, definitely save money on that.
Yeah.
Because this package was 897 Canadian dollars. Is it worth it? Well, you tell me. That was our third ever hot air balloon trip. I mean, it is always beautiful, and it was so special to do it here in Cappadocia.
It was. And we even got our certificates. It does say first flight. Oh, on their balloon company. Okay, that makes more sense. So I'm like, it's not our first flight, but yes. Now let's go show you our super cool hotel. Welcome to La Barona Hotel, which is actually a cave hotel. But first, breakfast. So for breakfast, we have some eggs, we have olives, some jams, cheeses, bread, and french fries.
Every hotel we've been so far has been serving french fries for breakfast. There's nothing wrong with it.
Breakfast was so good. Now let's show you our room. So welcome to our room. We are in the
Arcade, Tracy.
Arcade. We are in the lowest room, so I think it's called like an economy room or a standard room. So keep that in mind. There are many different options. However, this is our bathroom. We have our shower in here. And then if we come out, this is our cave room. So we do have a window here. It is left open just because I think there's a bit of a dehumidifier just outside the door. So it kind of helps keep some humidity out because let's face it, you're in a cave. Ventilation is trying. They're trying. You can only do so much. So we have a king size bed here, super comfy. We slept fantastic last night. Apologies for the mess. Like I said, in this economy room, so it's on the smaller side. That being said, it's like $75 or $79 Canadian a night. Like for 4 nights, we paid $300 and some dollars, which is fantastic. And we are down below. So we are truly below the surface. But anyways, keep going. Somehow they have a TV in here. We don't need a TV, that's fine, it's in a cave. We have a little desk here with a mirror, a couple seating areas. And yeah, that's our cave room.
Now that we showed you the room and had a delicious breakfast, we're gonna go back in the main town.
I think it's confirmed that these breakfasts are my favorite.
Yeah,
you're
they're
left
really, really
feeling
good.
so light, like without...
Even with the fries. But now can we take a minute to appreciate our rental car, a beautiful Renault Clio, a car so fast that you might not even be able to drive it. It's not fast at all. I can barely go uphill sometimes. Whoa.
So welcome to the Zelve Open Air Museum. So this area was actually home to one of the largest cave dwelling communities here, which were the Christians and the Muslims living harmoniously together. That happened until about 1920 when the Christians were expatriated from Turkey. The Muslims continued living here until 1952, where they unfortunately couldn't any longer because of the structure. It was deemed unsafe.
So around Cappadocia, there's a few of these beautiful open air museums where you can see like those old dwelling communities. Obviously nobody lives in here anymore, but it is actually a World UNESCO Heritage Site, which is super cool to visit. But this particular one is a little bit cheaper than the other ones. It's 15 euros a person and it's not as busy. And to be honest, like, I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. You know, like around the world, we've seen a lot of unique dwellings and different ways of living, but this has to be the most unique one. Like these caves are just so cool, carved in all kinds of different ways. This one even has stairs that you can go up, and the view is fantastic. It looks like Star Wars. Well, back to the car, and overall, like a great experience. I would say like this, just like the balloons, is a must do while here in Cappadocia. Like it is so impressive to see those caves.
Yeah, and we did like the long valley walk. We didn't do all of it because you could explore all day long.
For days.
But being able to go in that high one at the end.
Super cool.
That was cool.
And it wasn't too busy compared to photos that I've seen of other open air museums.
So this is what I was going to say too.
Yeah.
All the blog sites are right. The further in you go, the less people are there.
Yeah, exactly.
So definitely just keep walking if you're able to.
Yeah.
And
just like we did, if you want photos with nobody in the background, just go a little bit further out and you'll be completely alone. So 15 euros a person, well spent. So tomorrow we do have another cool activity planned. Well, actually it's not really planned. We have a choice of 3 activities. We don't know which one we're gonna pick. So stay posted, you're gonna see that in this video. But for now, we just arrived in like the center of the town of Goreme.
Yeah.
Goreme,
I think.
Goreme?
Goreme.
And we're just gonna walk around. This is where like a lot of the other cave hotels are, all the restaurants and everything.
Like the touristy area.
Yeah, definitely. This is the place where you see like all the rooftop cafes early in the morning with the girls with the beautiful dresses, with the balloons in the background. That's it. If you're into unique photo shoot, Cappadocia is probably the capital of the world for photo shoot. You can rent a bunch of like vintage cars like that to take photos in the morning with the balloons, or super cool Land Rovers.
I take the Land Rover.
This there is the famous Gallery Ekmen. This is where like you see all the beautiful Turkish carpets, photos on Instagram and everything. But of course, it is not free. I'm just wondering if it's a better business for him to sell the carpets or to have influencers coming and take photos.
I'm betting the influencers.
Me too. So I never drink strong liquor, but I do have an international collection of shot glasses for some reason.
I collect mugs, you collect shot glasses.
Yeah, my dad was collecting those and somehow I decided to do that a very long time ago. So every time I go to a new country, I get one. And this one was from Orient Gift and Silver. Every time somebody sees the camera, they're like, oh, can you mention my shop? So shout out to the shop. So for lunch, we just stopped at Goreme restaurant. We looked at many restaurants and we're looking at reviews like on Google Maps as we walk, and everything is like 3 point something with a low 4. This one has 4.7 out of 5 with over 2,000 reviews, so my expectations are really high. We ordered from the menu in the local dish section, so I'm very excited. We ordered 3 different things and I think it's gonna be good. I mean, they just brought the bread. Look at this bread.
So this is a traditional Turkish yogurt dip, and I just ripped the bread apart. The bread feels amazing. It smells really good.
From what I can taste, it's basically some plain yogurt with a little bit of spices and some olive oil, I assume. It's really nice. Up next, or up first, technically is the first entree. We have chicken sauteed. It looks really nice. Some vegetables, some chicken, some spices. It looks like a tomato-based sauce with some rice. That's amazing.
It really tasty. So I got, instead of like traditional Turkish food, this was a local dish. So this is, I'm not saying it's not Turkish, so it's just to the area. So this is a meat pie, and it looks fantastic. This is the winner. This is the winner of lunch. Wow. I'm like, this is absolutely...
Wow, it's like Turkish lasagna.
So this is, I think, rice pudding. I don't know, look good. It is rice pudding. But it's so good because it's not overly sweet, but still has the sweetness to it.
Well, that was exactly what the review said. 4.7 out of 5. I think it's a fair score. It was delicious.
The highlight was definitely the meat pie and the dessert. Yeah.
We talked to the owner. She was super sweet too.
Amazing.
Highly recommend that place. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. We couldn't decide what activity we wanted to do, so we booked two. We have one today and one tomorrow. And today we are starting with ATVs. Okay, so we get our helmet. Helmet vest, good? Feel good? Perfect. We're going on a 2 hours ATV ride for sunset. Should be cool. And beautiful, maybe even. Who knows?
Here we go!
Let's go!
Arkadaşlar taze nar suyu, portakal suyu, bardağı 100 lira buyurun.
So everywhere on the streets of Turkey you see pomegranate juice and fresh orange juice. I think you actually mix both.
I think so too.
Buyurun taze nar suyu, portakal suyu. Orange juice, pomegranate juice, beer.
That's really good. Okay, we're just doing a quick stop because the sun is about to go down. Hopefully it's gonna be beautiful, but we're losing the sun, JC.
I know. And we're back, safe and sound.
For sure safe and sound, because we didn't even go fast a little bit. Okay, here is our 100% honest review about this. Not worth it. Or
well, it's okay. To be fair, it's only what?
49 bucks Canadian. So it's really affordable. But if you think it's gonna be this crazy off-road adventure, that is not it.
No. So I would say the way I would sum it up is anyone who rides ATVs normally, you're gonna hate it.
Yeah.
Because it's very, very slow. Anyone who has never been on an ATV or is nervous on them, you're gonna love it. Because, well,
you're just going from like photo op to photo op with like 150 other people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And if we're comparing, like, I know it's a tourist trap, but if we're comparing this tourist trap versus hot air balloon, I couldn't say enough good about it.
But you're comparing $900 to 49 bucks.
Yeah, but they're both tourist.
Good morning, another early one. And you know, we visit like Muslim countries like quite often, but every time like there's something to like the call to prayer. Like I find it so like beautiful and peaceful and thing. I'm a fan. Tracy, are you happy to be up this morning again?
Still thinking about it.
Okay, let's say you come to Cappadocia in Turkey and you don't want to pay $900+ to go on a balloon. Well, this is the second best thing. All around me right now, the balloons are getting ready. Behind me, on this side, on the other side, in front of me, there's already a couple in the air. So this is a beautiful cliff. I'm gonna try in the description to give you some instruction how to come here. It's kind of easy to find. You should be fine. But we have a beautiful view of the city right now, Goreme, the valley. It's gonna be beautiful, I think.
The plans we make and chances we take, I feel everything more with you. Quiet confidence and trusting every step, and we know that our faith will get us through. It's so obvious, forever calling us, and this time we won't wait and wonder anymore.
It's actually super impressive. Like when they descend into the valley, the fact that they're not hitting any of those like rock chimneys, insane.
Like even the ones going to town, like they're like rooftop level. Like I'm even impressed that they're allowed to like go this low in the city.
It's the first day. Yeah, it's the first page. Our story starts here. Our story starts here.
Look at this, look at this. $900, $0. 900? Zero. If you're not too scared and have some grippy shoes, you can come like on those rocks and like it makes for some stunning photos. And there's basically like nobody on these, so but just be careful, be very careful. So again, apart from being in the balloon, this is definitely the second best thing, and Tracy has a point. You can camp here.
So yeah, with like vans, I think if we ever come back, like that is a must. We need to do that.
Yeah, that would be
insane.
so cool. People are camping like on those cliffs all along the valley in the city. And I mean, you just wake up every morning to the sound of the balloons going up. Like that's magical. So we are about to go down into Derinkuyu, a massive underground city not too far from Cappadocia. And it has the funniest discovery story I've ever heard. So basically in 1963, there was a farmer living in the region who decided to do some renovation and noticed that his chickens were actually going through one of the cracks that was caused by the renovation, and this is how they found one of the chamber. From there, some researcher and archaeologists from a university came, and this is how most of the city was now uncovered, but it is still to this day not fully uncovered. So let's go down.
Welcome to the largest underground city in the region.
At its deepest point, this city is as low as 85 meters below the surface, and it's quite narrow. There's like a lot of different chambers, doors, and alley, but not a lot of signs, so we might never get out of here, Tracy. I made Tracy come into the very, very narrow passage, telling her that this was back in the main way, but it was a lie. It was just to have her back. Now she's sweating a little bit. Are you claustrophobic?
No, it's not the tight space. There's no exit right here.
There's an exit. There's just left, right, up, down, left, out. One of the most impressive thing about this underground city is the ventilation system. So even though we are super deep right now, once in a while there's just literally like holes in the walls that serves the purpose of a chimney that goes back to the surface. So it's like always super nice and cool here. See, this is one of the many ventilation shafts that I assume goes, yeah, it literally goes all the way up to recycle the air. So now, what was the purpose of this? Well, fun fact, in the 2nd century, so almost 2,000 years ago, being Christian was actually seen as a cult. It wasn't a recognized religion, and because of that, the members of that religion had to hide to avoid prosecution, and this is why they went underground. And this place is a true fortress, a safe haven. Many places around the underground city, you can see rooms with those massive round stone, which they were using as door to fortify themselves. Super cool. Feels amazing to be out. Well, this was really cool. Definitely worth visiting, but not if you're claustrophobic, not if you have any kind of medical condition, because like the stairs are one ways.
And one of the things they said was asthma, and I looked at it and I was like, with the cough that I have going on right now, I was like, huh, it did bother me down there. But that's okay. We survived. It's good.
But if you're healthy, go down there.
Yes. This was €15, well spent. So it is lunchtime, and one of our favorite Turkish foods, we've had it once in Turkey, it was actually at the airport lounge, is Pide, like the long pizza. So I don't know if it's any good here, but I've scoped out a place that has it. So that's what we're gonna have for lunch. This is Turkish style hummus, and you can tell it's definitely authentic. It's just ground chickpeas. Pretty good.
So this place is literally called the House of Pide, which this is a pide. So I got the pastrami and cheese, and hopefully it should hold to its name. Are so good.
And I got a more traditional one, which is just like basically meat on it. Really good.
It was her second bite. She forgot to eat the first bite in front of the camera. Shame on you, Tracy.
Sorry guys.
Tracy, Pide at the Pide House, would you say 10 out of 10 would do it again?
It was very good. I don't have anything to compare it to other than the one in the lounge, and I do have to say the one in the lounge was...
The one in the lounge was surprisingly good. The Turkish airline lounge here in Turkey is like crazy good.
Yeah.
And once again, we were just walking. Tracy saw a sweet shop, and now we're buying sweets, I guess.
So we have another event activity later on, so there's no point heading back to our hotel right now. So we decided to do another little taste test. We have actually never had Turkish Delight. So when I went in there, I was like, tell me your best ones. So we have two types here. I'll get into the flavors, and we have some type of hazelnut chocolate, and then of course a baklava. Is it baklava or baklava?
Let's say baklava.
Baklava? I say baklava. Oops.
Baklava, me first.
This is the creamy one.
That's creamy, all right.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm intrigued. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it. It's chocolate, pistachio, and apple with like Turkish Delight all around, and then pistachio.
Turkish Delight is like some
Like
sort of
gummy.
like gooey texture thingy. It's good?
Oh man, I wasn't expecting to like that.
That's good. So Turkish dessert, very good.
Like look, I feel fudge.
Okay, Tracy, are you ready to ride a trike?
I am so ready.
What is a trike? You'll see in a minute.
Y'all please hold the applause to the end of the ceremony. Let's go.
So ever since I saw this about a month ago, I could not get it out of my head, and we hummed and hawed back and forth, and finally yesterday we booked it because how cool is this? So these are even electric, and they can fit two people. And as you can tell, I'm super pumped. So the door of our other one wasn't quite working. They kind of forgot that they needed to fix it. So instead we...
I'm so sad because I specifically asked for the orange one
However,
yesterday.
we have a burnt orange one.
It's my favorite color, so this is kind of fine.
Yeah, and I upgraded to having a backrest, which is very comfy for me now. So it is kind of funny watching all the other couples come up who are doing this trip, and like a lot of them are fighting on like who gets to drive and for how long. And I'm just like, I am very content being a passenger princess. I take my job very seriously.
I'd rather drive, so I'm happy with that.
I think that's part of it too, is I know you're the driver. So, that's fine by me.
It's gonna be so funny to see 9 of those up bombing around town. I can't wait. They're quite powerful too. I just did a little spin in the parking lot, and it's surprising.
Let's go! Are you having fun yet?
This is hilarious. I'm 5 meters in.
Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day. It's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
Driving this is basically the same thing as driving a Tesla Cybertruck. You get so much attention, everyone walking and in their car, you can see them get their phone out and filming. It's hilarious. Beep, beep. quick stop for a battery change. Our guide's battery is dead. But he has a spare, so we're good. This is just so fun, guys. And the amount of joy that this brings to people, that you see like 10 of those little dinghies like driving around, is the best. I could do this all day.
I agree.
Tracy, how fun was that?
So much fun.
I highly recommend that. Like that was, how much did you pay for that? About $75 Canadian.
Yeah.
It lasted about 2 hours, and I mean, I would do it again. I'd do it again.
100%. So the link for all the activities that we completed will be down below.
And we are back in our bat cave. So to answer the question, is Cappadocia, Turkey, worth it or not? I would say yes, totally worth it.
I think so too. And you can do it on different types of budgets. You can go all in and do the like super fancy hotels.
Pay thousands of dollars a night, pay hundreds of dollars for every single meal, hundreds of dollars for all your activities, or you can do it on a semi-budget like we did. We saved a ton of money on this. It was only $70 a night. We did most of our activities were well under $100.
Except for the hot air
balloon, but that there's no way around it.
The only thing I would say is not worth it, unfortunately, was the ATV tour.
Yeah, that was bad. But otherwise,
everything else was fantastic.
I loved it. It was great. It was beautiful. It's one of the only places in the world that kind of gives you the same feeling when you're there in person as when you see it on Instagram.
Yeah, I would say like it exceeded my expectation, which is fantastic.
But otherwise, our journey in Turkey keeps going.
Yeah.
Next video is going to be in
Antalya.
Antalya.
I think that's how you say it.
Antalya. Until next time, see you guys.
Next one.